Darren, how has Shai Hope taken up as the captain in the T20 format? He took over the reins last year. How has he shaped up?
I think, captaincy is always evolving, but I think the maturity he's shown, he's been good. He's led from the front with his performances. It's just something that's always good as a leader. And he's willing to learn. It's my job in that field to be there for him and impact as much knowledge as I can. But if I remember when I was captain, it took me a good 12, 14 months later to really understand my team. And what transpired after that, it became easier. So I think it's much easier for Shea than it was for me. And he's learning really well.
Darren, you have won the World Cup, the same tournament twice as a captain of the West Indies, and now you're back in the same country, having won it last time around in 2016 as the head coach. How much of a motivation is there to kind of repeat it, but at the same time cover the gap that has kind of occurred in the team in terms of the on-field performances? If you can reflect at the time that you have spent as a coach, how much of improvement or the change you have made in this particular bunch? And if you can probably draw from the circumstances that you came around in 2016 into that tournament, plenty of challenges against that West Indies group. You kind of rallied them together, and I mean, maybe if something similar is happening right in this time around, if you can touch upon that.
Yeah, 2016 was a special year. Not only for us as an international team, but the ladies, the under 19 as well. The circumstances probably still the same. I remember coming into 2016. Some of the names that my cricketers were called, some of the battles we had to fight. To this day, 10 years later, we're still fighting it. So, but we won't let that affect, what we bring on the field. We try to control the things that are within our power, and some of these things are, being dedicated, being resilient, being clear, and our execution, which is the on-field play. We started the tournament well. Mumbai has been a place that has been kind to us in World Cups against some same opposition we face tomorrow. So we look forward to it. Like I've said before, many people look at West Indies and all the issues that we have, and sometimes it reflects in the on-field performance. So they don't really give us much of a chance. But within the group, the confidence we have within our group, the players that we have, the experience we have playing in India, we know when we put it together and we trust our execution on the process, we become a very competitive team. And hopefully that competition could result in us winning cricket games and taking the tournament one game at a time. England is ahead of us tomorrow, and we focus on that. And we hope to come out and put a good show at the Wankhede.
Darren, do I sense there that there are issues going on behind the scenes that you'd like resolved?
Smart guy. Now this time around, yeah, maybe after the tournament. I normally talk after the tournament, but nah, I'm just joking. Issues that we are within our control, like I said, obviously over the last 2 years, World Cup in the Caribbean, the challenges that we face, putting our team together, availability and stuff like that. But no, the team right now is in a very good space mentally. The way the guys have been preparing, it's been really good. The discussions amongst going around the planning. I see a focused team, just like 2016 when we landed in Calcutta for these practice games. And I said I've never seen a more focused West Indies team. And over the last 2 years since the World Cup, somehow, our guys have the ability to just click when it comes to this event, and I see that focus, and I see that desire to go out and represent themselves. I did tell them over in Calcutta when we landed, it's your turn to create your own little piece of history. I had my time, Chris Gale, Bravo, Pollard, Surviva, and these guys had their time. You could start something fresh to inspire the next generation. Why not in India, a place that the last time the tournament was there, we won. So hopefully that sinks in, but we all know talk is just talk without proper action, and the action is what happens on the field.
Do you have an 11 for tomorrow?
Jerome, you're a very smart guy. Jerome told me you'd ask me that. Nah, I do have an 11 for tomorrow, but not one that you will hear today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, Darren.
Hi,
you,
sir.
you had said in Kolkata that 2009 to 2016 is the time when you invented the game. You won the T20 World Cup twice, obviously. And after 2016, Joss Butler had once said that, or maybe a few times, that he learned a lot about T20 batting and six hitting from your team at that time. Now, 10 years down the line, there are a lot of similarities also between England and West Indies about power hitting and depth in the batting lineup. How do you see that battle shaping up for tomorrow, especially if there are runs on offer?
It's a battle. It's going to be a battle. We've always been entertainers, and England also been entertaining. I think since that period, I think England is the opposition we probably have played most T20s against. If I could recall, over the last three years, we've had probably 3 series, 5-match series, whether it be in the Caribbean or in England, and we play against each other. Very high-scoring games. The surface here at Wankhede tells you you need to put some good runs on the board if you bat first. What I'll say, yes, 2016 we were known for our six hitting, but the world has caught up to that. Everybody now hits sixes and they run really well between the wickets. They score off more balls. So we have a lot to do. But again, we just probably might have to hit more sixes then. Something we were able to do when we dominated during that era. And tomorrow we got to be smart. Both teams have that power, like you said. I think it will rely on which team executes better with the ball, because I think we could match each other when it comes to six hitting.
Darren, 11 matches. Why do you think big scores are not happening in this World Cup? Pre-tournament prediction was 300, 280, 300.
300.
Why it's not happening? 11 games.
Oh, you want to see 300?
No,
I just saw an ad on, I think it was Star Sports. One team looking to score 300. I'm not trying to score 300. I'm trying to play the conditions. It's all well and good before the tournament. You have an idea of what you want to do, but at the end of the day, when you go on and play, what the surface dictates, you try to get an extra 20 runs if you can. If the pass score is 190, you try to get 220 to give you some cushion with the ball when you bowl. But we don't plan our batting in trying to score 300. We just look at the conditions on the day you assess what the surface dictates. You decide what skill set is required, and then you hope the skills that you have you could deliver with it. So I think that's how we approach it.
Hi, Darren. At the start of the press conference, you mentioned that back in the tournament in 2016, the names that you called and the badges that you were given, you're still carrying it 10 years on. And you mentioned that your task is not to let that affect the team. If you could elaborate on that, and even though you say that you don't want it to affect the team, for it to still be relevant 10 years on, do you think that the challenges of West Indies cricket are understated as compared to the other teams?
I'm not sure I understand what you say. I didn't get the first part of the question.
When answering the first question, you mentioned that the badges that you were given 10 years back in that tournament in 2016 T20 World Cup.
The matches?
The badges.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm with you. I'm trying to follow you, yeah?
Yeah, so you've said that, even 10 years on, you still can't get over it. So if you could elaborate on that and the challenges of it.
Well, I didn't say I can't get over it. I said there are still issues. It's the West Indies. We always have some. We're not as fortunate as certain boards. So we always have these challenges that we face. But it is my job as the head coach and the management to make sure we create an environment that is breeding, West Indies culture. The desire to play for the crest, the badge, and go out and entertain the fans. That's why we play. That's why you're an athlete. You try to go out and perform, play a brand that could inspire the next generation. And that's what I'm trying to instill in my guys.
Coach, you spoke about the group being focused, but considering focus is one thing, how critical is tomorrow's game in that sense, considering it's the only other full member nation, and for the group to shift its focus into a belief to go deep into the tournament?
Well, when we left home, we were in this tournament to win it. I'm pretty sure that's the goal for every team. You know, not only tomorrow's game. I think every game is very important, and we're not gonna think too far ahead. Like I said, England is the challenge tomorrow. They're a very good side. They got so many match winners, and we got to plan really well and play really well to beat them. Is it impossible? No, we don't think so. But as you see, T20 is a game where the shorter the format, it brings teams closer together. You've seen so many close games where one team looks like they're in a really good position. So again, I say it's a battle versus execution of skills with both bat and ball. You know, and we want to have that all-round game against England tomorrow in order to win.
Yeah, Darren, the last time you played in Mumbai against England in the World Cup, Chris Gayle went berserk and hit some 10 sixes, 11 sixes. What are your memories of that night of watching him bat? And do you think that you're going to miss a legend like him tomorrow, Mr. Universe, while going into?
Chris Gayle is special, you know. Yeah, remember it was our first game. I think England scored 180 something.
182.
And 182, and we walked out and Chris Gayle said they were 30-run shot. So that's the 1KD for you. It's a tough place to defend, but that's 10 years on. You look at the team. We have class openers in Shea Hope and Brandon King. Then you have informed Hetty, since he's been at number 3. The responsibility he's shown. He's been really good for us. Rovman, I've been here in the IPL for a long time, and I'll stop there before he gets my 11.
So Darren, just before you, Nepal's captain Rohit Kumar Paudel was here, and he said that the associates need more exposure to full members. The way West Indies gave Nepal the opportunity in September last year, they brought that motivation to the match against England. Do you feel that the full members should also, sometimes around the year cycles should play with associates?
Cricket, it's a cricket game. It's just like it's my responsibility to, prepare my team. I think it's our responsibility to grow the game in whatever way we can. If that is Australia playing Nepal, or India playing Nepal, or West Indies playing Nepal, it is our job to help spread the game and grow it. And if giving or playing against the associate teams, give them more exposure, give them an opportunity to see where they are, better themselves. I think it's only good for the game.